Okay, so I was scrolling on YouTube and I saw this. MatPat's retirement on YouTube, whatever it is. MatPat's legacy on YouTube. And this just made me think, like, MatPat is so much better than this random British guy that they have on now. And like look at the views. That's still tons and tons of views. Like, way more than I get. But, like, the views before were way better. Like they were like always a million, always like 7 million, 2 million, like, the lowest it would get would be like 1.5 million, and that's like, probably like a 2 out of 10 for him. Now, like, look at the views, like, it's like 300k, maybe a million every now and then. Like, they're even doing sponsored videos. Like, when you start doing whole sponsored videos, it either means they paid you like a ton of money. They might have. Or they just like you're out of money. You gotta make a video, cause you're out of money. You gotta make money. You gotta pay the bills. So you gotta make those sponsored videos. But I feel like when MatPat left, it left a giant impact. But not really. Like, 12 million views is, like, still a ton. But I feel like it should have at least gotten 20 million. Because, like, now they just have some random British guy. And I feel like the quality has gone down. Like, the British guy just... MatPat, like, if you listen to MatPat's voice, I might play a clip. If you listen to MatPat's voice, he has, like, energy. He has, like, energy that, like, comes, like, same thing with Vsauce and like anyone who like talks fast. Like, this British guy, he just talks slowly. He talks in a normal voice. It's just another British YouTuber. Like, there's so many British YouTubers, and I'm not trying to say anything against British people, but I feel like he just seems like an average YouTuber. MatPat was not an average YouTuber. He was like really special. Like he was a special guy. Like, he was nice. And GameTheory is now, like, closing in on 20 million subscribers, and MatPat's video where he left didn't even get 20 million views. Like, I feel like it is actually hard to get the amount of, like, to get your views to the same amount of subscribers you have. But with MatPat, I feel like it should at least be 1 million. 1 million minimum. And when he left, every single subscriber should have watched that. Like, and in his retirement video, I feel like his retirement video, it wasn't made the right way. Like, he made it seem like it was over, like, completely over. I think it's fine that the other theory channels have other people. Like, that's fine. MatPat doesn't need to be the face of those. But he was the face of GameTheory. And in his video, he says he still works at GameTheory. So he's just not the face of it anymore? They're just making less money. He's MatPat. I'm not trying to hate on the British guy either. I'm just saying MatPat should have stayed in GameTheory. Like, too many YouTubers retire too fast. Like, PewDiePie just had his kid. That doesn't mean you get to retire. Like, I mean, I'm not in charge of them. Like, it's great that they're able to retire that young, but MatPat can't retire that young, because he still works there. He just isn't the face of GameTheory anymore. And I think what he's trying to do is he's trying to make GameTheory sustainable, like a business, so it never goes away, and he's starting, like, early. But, like, MatPat still works at GameTheory. Like, he's even on GT Live. Like, I just don't get why he did this. Maybe he is doing less, but, like, he just, like, YouTubers, I feel like they retire way too early. I mean, when you are a YouTuber, your career does end, like, earlier than most people, usually. Like, because, like, when you get older, people might not relate to you as much, or your audience might grow up and they might not like your content. But I feel like MatPat was already, like, an adult. He was already an adult when he started getting popular. I think he was like a teenager, like really young adult when he started his channel. Like, he was an adult and people still like him. Like, it's just like MatPat as a person. I think what he thought that the videos, people clicked on the videos because of the videos, not because of him. I don't think that's true. I think people watch Game Theory because they liked MatPat. It's like PewDiePie. People like PewDiePie, so they watch PewDiePie. Like most of the time now, like the biggest gaming YouTubers, people like the person, not the game. Sometimes there are exceptions, like I think Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast is massive. Low Table Fate. He's massive. And I don't think people like Mr. Beast that much. I think they like his videos, and I'm not saying that's bad, but people liked MatPat, and I think there is a part of the people that watched Game Theory, just like went to one video. They wanted one video, and they did subscribe, but it wasn't because of MatPat. It was just like they liked the topics he covered. But I think a large like amount of people liked MatPat because he was MatPat, not because of the videos he made. Maybe a mix of both. Maybe I liked the videos he made, and I also liked MatPat. But the British guy, I feel like he just doesn't have the same, like, energy and aura that MatPat does. Like, that sounded very brain rot, but, like, he doesn't. He doesn't have the same, like, energy. Like, MatPat, like, he has, like, an accent, and I don't know, like, when he normally talks, even his normal voice is very different from normal, like, people talking. I'm not saying, like, he has a weird voice. I mean, he has an uncommon voice. But it's like his voice, like, he just had so much energy. And the British guy, he does have more energy than the normal human. I'm saying this so, like, weirdly, like, he's not normal. But, like, he does have more energy. He speaks with more energy. But MatPat did it in a way that didn't seem artificial. Like, it seemed like he just really wanted to tell you what he was saying, and he wanted to say it fast. And I like that. I think that, like, but the British guy, I feel like it's a difference between actually speaking fast and then, like, speeding up a video. Like, the British guy, he sounds like artificially sped up, and I feel like MatPat was more like, he sounded like he was actually, like, excited about what he was saying. The British guy, he seems like artificially happy, like when YouTubers do ad reads. He did a whole, like, 20-minute ad read. It wasn't an ad read. It was a sponsored video on, like, AFK Journey. And I think AFK Journey must be okay. Same thing with Genshin Impact. I think both of those games must be okay if that many people play them. But yeah, MatPat, like, they shouldn't have replaced MatPat. They didn't need to. They had no reason to. Like, just like, I feel bad for MatPat. I don't feel bad for MatPat. I feel bad for Game Theory, because it's, like, ruined. Like, you can look in the views. They definitely dropped. Even if they are still making, like, tons and tons of money, that's great for them. I'm not saying, but, like, the views dropped because MatPat isn't there anymore. Now it's some random British guy. And I do think all the other channels would be fine without MatPat. They'd all be fine, completely fine. Like, MatPat doesn't need to be on those. But I feel like they should have kept MatPat somewhere other than GT Live. Because, like, no one watches GT Live because it's completely... I shouldn't say nobody watches it, but I feel like his main fans don't watch GT Live because it's not the same type of videos. So, I mean, I'm not a pro YouTuber. I'm only, like, 500-something subs. So, I mean... You can take all this with a grain of salt because I'm not a pro YouTuber, but this is just what I think. I think MatPat, he was the face of Game Theory, and even if most of this is my opinion, you can look in the numbers. They did lose views, and I'm not trying to judge them. I'm not saying that they're bad. I just miss MatPat. I'm nothing against the British guy. I'm just saying, like, bring back MatPat. Like, he shouldn't have left Game Theory.